Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Ryder back with another classic. Got a good little video for you guys today on how to drive in the wind. This video is going to help you guys maneuver in the wind and not get your trailer flipped over. So make sure you guys watch the video from beginning to end. Hit that like and subscribe button for me. Let's get to it. So I live in Fontana, California, guys. That's one of the most windiest places in the whole Inland Empire. You know, we get slammed with the wind like crazy. And I know a lot of drivers drove down that 15 highway coming down the Cajon Pass and experienced high levels of wind. Okay, and as you know, once you guys get to that break on the 15 and where the 215 split up, if you're going down to 15, a lot of the times when it's windy, and it's windy season right now, you guys are going to see a lot of trucks flipped over on the highway. Okay, and even going up the Cajon Pass and down the Cajon Pass, you guys will see some truckers, when it's windy, they'll shut down, sleep on the freeway, on the side of the freeway for a while in their rigs, and they'll spark back up when the winds calm down, because sometimes these winds can be dangerous. And a lot of truckers out there, they don't respect the weather change and the different driving conditions you guys are going to experience. Some drivers, when it's really windy, they're still driving over 50, 60 miles an hour. You know, and if you guys should have learned this in trucking school, if they didn't teach you guys, if it's really windy outside, drive slower. A lot of people will teach you that if it's windy outside, the California speed limit for rigs is 55 miles an hour. So if you're in an area and it's really windy, to have more control over your truck, drive 45 miles an hour. You might get funny looks when people are passing you by, honking their horn, flipping you off. But guess what? You guys are trying to get home safe. You guys don't want to be you guys don't want to be in a situation where you're driving and next thing you know, you're looking in your mirrors and your trailer is off the ground. Okay, especially if you guys are driving in empty containers. You guys need to drive slower. And a little bit of advice for you guys, how I stay safe. If I'm doing a load and the container or trailer is empty, I'm extra cautious and I won't even deal with the freeway for some cities. Like if I have a load, I'm not gonna hop on the freeway. I'll go through the city, and I'll drive slow and get to my destination safe. Yeah, you might lose an extra 20, 30 minutes, but guess what? We lose time anyway sitting in traffic. You know, I done seen a lot of things happen when I'm on this freeway. I seen guys right in front of me. I'm driving slow. They're going about 65 plus miles an hour, real bad wind. And guess what happens? All of a sudden, you see their trailers start lifting up, and they don't know how to handle that situation. So what they do when their trailers are lifting up, they jerk the damn truck and they lose control and they're on their side. What the proper thing to do when you guys are in that situation, when it's real windy outside, take your foot off the brake, take your foot off the gas. Don't make any sudden jerking with the wheel. Just try to slightly gain control of the truck and focus on not hitting nothing in front of you, for one. Okay, that's why me personally, I'm always driving in the slow lane, always. Because if it's a bad situation for me, I can just easily maneuver to the shoulder. A lot of guys don't like driving in the slow lane because everybody's in a rush in California. But guess what? That driving in that slow lane will save your life. So what I would do, I would take my foot off the brake and just ease down the highway and try to straighten it up. You don't grab the wheel and try to, if you see your trailer going one way, you don't try to go in that direction or go in the opposite direction, because your trailer is going to end up whipping around you or you're going to flip over. Sometimes there's nothing that you can do, but that's why it's important for you guys to get out there and wear seat belts. because you don't know what can happen if your truck is flipped over. I know us truckers don't like wearing seatbelts, but you got to stay safe out here, because if you don't stay safe for yourself, the people around you are not going to protect you. You got to protect yourself at all time, and that's the part of being a defensive driver. Now, you got to be extra cautious coming down that Grapevine, coming down the Cahoon Pass, and just driving in Southern California, period, when it's a lot of wind going around, especially if you're empty, guys. I need you guys to hear this. When you guys are empty, drive slower, okay? That's going to save you guys a big headache, okay? If you guys just listen and drive slower, 45 miles an hour, you might have to drive 45 miles an hour for 20 minutes to get out of the wind. But guess what? When there's no more wind, go drive how you want to drive again. Go back to 62 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even when your trailer is loaded and it's not a heavy load, the wind is so bad in some places, it will pick a loaded trailer up. I didn't seen it happen. When I was OTR, okay, I was driving in Wyoming, crazy wind. It was some of the worst wind I ever experienced driving. I'm seeing containers get blown off the damn freeway. They don't even have any control over the truck anymore, because once that that wind is blowing and it's hitting you from the side, it's not really much people can do but pull over to the side and park. And I know you guys can't really, a lot of company drivers out here, I know you guys can't control where your job sends you, but you can control whether you want to take a freeway or you want to go through the streets. Because no matter what they teach you guys, if you guys don't feel safe, you do not have to do it. That's safety over everything, because it's you that's going to got to deal with the DOT when you're flipped over on the side of the road. So if you guys don't feel comfortable driving on the freeway when it's really windy, then take the streets for 20-30 minutes, then get back on the freeway. Because a lot of accidents happen because the drivers are driving too fast for the condition. I even seen this in the rain. It's pouring rain. You can barely see. Windshield wipers is going off. Guess what? It's drivers out here driving 65, 70 miles an hour trying to get to their destination in the rain. They don't care. They don't understand if it's a situation in front of them. You can't slam on brakes in no damn rain and think you're going to stop. And that's why every day I go to work, every day, it does not fail. When I'm going to work and coming home from work, there's always a rig on the side of the freeway with the car, because they done ran in back of the car. Okay, so if it's windy, you got to increase your following distance even more. Double it now. Okay, I always say when it's raining, windy, you double your following distance. And if it's snowing out there, for all the guys that's riding in the snow right now, triple your following distance. Okay, because a lot of places are going to have some extreme weather, and it's up to you to be the driver that you need to be to get home to your family safely, to protect the people around you and everything. Okay, because all my trucking career, I always see drivers doing stupid stuff. And a lot of stuff is avoidable. Sometimes in trucking, there's nothing in the world you could have did, but it was just meant for that accident to happen. But you can avoid almost 95% of the accidents in your life. You can avoid them if you slow down and pay attention. And this is even in a regular four-wheeler. If you slow down and you pay attention to your surroundings, and you're in that truck and you're scanning the area, you're looking at a mile ahead, you're watching your mirrors, you're going below the speed limit at times, you'll be okay. But it's most of the accidents out here happen because everybody's on their phone and people in California cannot drive. But I want you guys to understand this. If you ever get in a situation and you feel that your trailer is going in the air, because it happened to me a few times, coming down that Cajon Pass empty. Okay, and right when you get on that curve and you're going down the Cajon Pass and you start to curve, boom, and you on the 15 freeway, now we're getting side hit by the wind. And guess what? I'm driving, my trailer just going up a little bit. You can't panic in a situation like that. Just take your foot off the brake, off the gas pedal, and focus on just correcting it slowly. That's all you got to do. Don't try to you go like this. You're looking in the mirror. Your back tires is up, and you go like this. Guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna be on the side. And God forbid if it's another car on the left or the right of you, and you tip over that way. That's why it's important. You drive on the right-hand side, drive a little bit slower. So if something is happening and you need to go to the shoulder to prevent a situation, you can. Okay, but we're not in four-wheelers. We're in 80,000 pound killing machine. Always remember that. So we gotta protect everybody else. We gotta protect ourselves. And your goal in this truck should be to make your money and go home to your family safely. That's the number one thing. Make your money, go home to your family safely, and make sure everybody's around you is safe. Okay, they might not care about their own safety. We always get cut off and we always get flipped off, and all type of crazy stuff happens on the road. People purposely get in front of us, slam brakes. But guess what? If you have the right following distance, that's going to protect you from a lot of situations. I promise you guys that. Okay, but as far as driving in the wind, if you ever feel that your trailer is raising up a little bit, take a deep breath, take your foot off the gas pedal, don't hit the brake, and just slowly try to correct it. Slowly. And it's going to be okay, because that's what I did my 2 times. I just slowly corrected it, and I was all good, because I didn't have experiences driving in Wyoming, snowing and wind, and you look in both mirrors and your trailer's just slowly sliding back and forth, to where it's like it's 2 lanes on the freeway, and the truck drivers had to drive in the middle of the 2 lanes, because we don't want nobody going around us or anything, and everybody's probably going like 20, 15 miles an hour. That's what you got to do in those situations. But guess what? I seen a lot of guys that day, trucks on us flipped over, and a lot of guys were still trying to drive around us, drive crazy, and people were losing control because they weren't driving correctly for those conditions. So what I want to teach you guys is to always think safety first. Okay, I know it's a lot of hungry drivers out there, and they want to get the money up and ball out of control right now, and the only thing is on their mind, I got to get the load there, I got to get the load, I got to pick the load up. Listen, if something happens, God forbid, if something happens to you as a driver and you got to go to get airlifted to the hospital, another driver is going to come get that load. Okay, so it's not always about getting the load there. It's about getting you there before the load to your destination safely. Okay, so guess what? If you're late to a load, who cares? You late to the load. But safety over everything. And especially in this crazy times we live in, where brokers are scamming us, these load boards are scamming us, and everybody is trying to get us to take these low rates. We gotta deal with this trucking industry accordingly. Okay, and the number one thing you gotta do is care about your own safety. Okay, because you don't want to be out here, get in a wreck doing stupid stuff, and then you can't drive trucks no more. Okay, so stop being in a rush, guys. Take your time. Always increase your following distance, and you guys will be good in this crazy weather, because in Southern California, in the next 3 months, it's gonna be real windy. We're going to get some rain coming in. And some days in Southern California, it's real windy and we deal with the rain. And you guys seen how last week or whatever, when we had all that rain come through, people did not know how to drive in that rain, and it was ridiculous. And those same people that didn't know how to drive in the rain, they don't know how to drive in the wind. Okay, guys? So thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed the information. Hit that like and subscribe for me. Comment on the video. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want me to make a video on anything, let me know, and I'll start making videos for you guys. My email is always open. Connect with me on social media, y'all. Let's get it.